run back in. This is not going as well as I had hoped. Well, not as good as I would have hoped that to would go, but how about? So what killed the red elite? I'm guessing one of the grunt I stuck right at the beginning ran right into him. Good enough to be. God damn, the commentary track was so much better on the first go. Right, these are the tunnels I got semi-lost in just because I was trying to sneak around, I think. No, they're not. I'm wrong in multiple ways. I believe I actually just plain took a wrong turn there, and I was meant to go down this way. Yes, that is the case. Just kind of unloaded on the screen there. Weird. Seems they wanted to catch me napping.
It looks like the Covenant wanted to catch you napping.
Hey, stop stealing my line. Strangely enough, the same sort of texture overlay is over here in this other room. I don't know if they didn't expect anybody to come in here, and so they just reused the same texture, or if that's supposed to imply that there were more than one Spartans in the on the ship at some point. D4 eating elite once again, as always. The oddities of, well, this Burnout Explosion Blade certainly looks better here than on the Xbox. I don't know, pretty sure I just heard that stock sound effect that was used back in Doom 2 for the icon of Sin's summons. Always strange to hear a sound like that somewhere that isn't Doom. Yes, please stand right on the grenade. Don't move ever. Time for a skill-free assault. Just WM. Holy shit! It's like the pyro. WM1. For some questionable frame rate drops here. Not a big fan of that at all. Pretty sure the other leads down that way.
Crew and ops personnel on decks 9 through 12. Report to evac stations now.
The damage to
now for the what I like to call Halo room. Spam grenades. Seriously, this ended up quite often being a very... I just blew myself up. Very legitimate, useful tactic in Halo 3 multiplayer.
There's one last lifeboat. Quickly, get aboard before it launches.
I'm sure we've got time before the scripted event, but fine.
Oh no! Oh no! Ah!
Now would be a very good time to leave.
Punch it.
Aye, sir. We're disengaged, going for minimum safe distance.
We're gonna make it, aren't we, sir? I don't want to die out here.
Nope.
Look!
What is that thing, Lieutenant?
Hell if I know, but we're landing on it.
You're on a... She's been hit!
I knew it. The Autumn's accelerating. Keys is going in manual.
Heads up, everyone. This is it. We're entering the ring's atmosphere in 5.
Sure you wouldn't rather take a seat?
We'll be fine.
If I still had fingers, they'd be crossed.
We're coming in too fast. Damn! Air brake failure. They flew too early. I'm losing her. Brace for impact!
Chief? Chief, can you hear me? At last. Are you all right? Can you move? The others. The impact. There's nothing we can do.
You have to say, they really should have had Jen Taylor redo that last part of that line. You know, I mean, in all honesty, it's a line about people dying. There should have been more emotion into it. Then again, maybe I'm just really picky about voice acting. I'll be back in a moment.
Warning. I've detected multiple Covenant dropships on approach. I recommend moving into those hills. If we're lucky, the Covenant will believe that everyone aboard this lifeboat died in the crash.
Okay, I'm trying something different here. I set the video settings to lock the frame rate at 30. It seems to be dropping
Alert,
the GPU
Covenant
heat.
dropship inbound. They must be looking for survivors. I recommend immediate evasion.
Yeah, drop the GPU. It seems to be dropping the GPU heat a fair bit. As much as I don't like 30 frames per second, I'd much rather be playing at 60. Well, right now it's just a test. Besides, I needed to stop and restart the Play Cloud recording anyway, so the files don't become horribly unwieldy and annoyingly laggy to work with in Vegas. Let's take this old 50 cal 12 by shit 12.7 millimeter firing pistol and blast these fucking vehicles out of the sky. Just plain awesome. And I tell you what, Bungie kind of screwed up with the damage of 7.62 by 39mm rounds. Or is it 54? 7.62 by 54. I don't remember, but that's the kind of round this gun fires, and it's, you know, obviously piss weak, but by God, did they get the old 50 cal pistol just great. I mean, honestly, what other game is there that allows you to blow up an entire vehicle with a pistol? You know, that isn't like Saints Row the Third. That's intentionally ridiculous in every way. But yeah. Well, yeah, might as well show off the bloom and volumetric lighting effect that Gearbox put in here for the PC version. This is not an effect in Vegas. This is real-time engine rendering, and it is fucking awesome. I can't believe they were able to pull off this sort of effect in 2003, let alone in a port, a console port of all things. Simply amazing. And of course, I did say that I wasn't sure if it was fake bloom or real bloom. It's like fake bloom. Hell, you even saw fake bloom in some of the Half-Life expansion packs. Just an alpha channel texture, circular light texture. But it does kind of... I don't know, I'm getting more and more convinced that it might actually be real bloom. Well, I tell you what, at the very least, the GPU heat is down to 86C. And the frame rate is far more consistent, so as much as I don't like the 30, or as PlayClaw's telling me 29 frames per second cap, it's definitely working out a bit better for this crappy old laptop. Now watch as it starts running shitty because I just insulted the laptop. Of course, sprite trees in the background, but that's okay. That's far off the
I'm
background,
reading
and
a
it's a
lifeboat beacon
2001
over the
game
next
anyway.
hill. We should check to see if there are any survivors.
I suppose there is one thing I can try to restate from the first attempt at the recording session. It's essentially that... Okay, there's the frame rate drop. Lovely. Essentially, one of the big subjects I went on for a while about was how I thought the first Halo was, in a way, like the embodiment of the highest level of graphics the Xbox system could produce, despite being one of the first titles ever made for the system. In particular, it comes from... hold on, I'll let these guys talk. They're in scripted dialogue going.
Thank God, Master Chief. I thought we were in real trouble.
It's a mess, sir. We're scattered all over this valley. We called for evac, but until you showed up, I thought we were cooked.
Don't worry, Sergeant. We'll stay here until evac arrives. Heads up! I got a Covenant dropship heading in. Over here!
You can't hide from me.
There we go. Alright. Like, I mean, obviously there were quite a few other games, well, a shit ton of games made on the system that look better than this, but if you look closely enough, you can pretty easily notice that a lot of those games, they had to make sacrifices in very many areas just to get some segment of the graphics to look better. Hell, I'll even use Rage as an example, even though it's far more modern than, you know, the subject of Xbox games. The faces look fantastic. But if you look carefully enough, the texture resolution of the, you know, clothes and a lot of other objects, they're just ass. That's one of the things I really hate about modern gaming, especially with the whole...
Covenant dropship on approach! I can use some help over here!
With the whole, you know, console focus. You know, you got weaker hardware being focused, and you want, you know, developers want to make games look better, so they boost the graphics a bit in some very noticeable ways, and then they cut down the graphics in other areas in slightly less noticeable ways. So, like, you get, say, Spec Ops Line with some pretty nice sand effects and decent cutscene speaking and whatnot. And then you look at the texture resolution and places that aren't the face, and it looks like ass. And it's a very roundabout way of explaining it, I know, but that's one of the reasons I think... That's the big reason I think Halo is probably the best looking example of an Xbox game there is. Because, tying into the earlier subject, the graphics are consistent. You don't get one thing that's part of the main graphics array that looks amazing and another thing that looks like it was made 10 years ago. Obviously the backgrounds are a lot lower quality, but they're the backgrounds. They're very far in the background and whatnot. I don't know, I can't even explain this as well as I did in the first recording attempt at this session, but that's the main gist of it, really.
Uh-oh! Another bandit dropping in behind us! They're trying to flank us!
Yeah, they can try all they want. It's not gonna work. Damn. Tree got right in my way. Did it again. Damn it. I think right around here was my first death in the previous session. I was reminded of it because of the needles I saw flying up to me. They're what killed me. Annoyingly.
We couldn't save them. I recommend that we stay near the beacon and wait for extraction.
Well, I guess at least it's not going any worse than the last go at this. I lost all the Marines up here that time as well. Okay, good. I've still got grenades. I can still hold out for a bit. Let's see, they come from over here. Yes, yes. I can't help but stare at that volumetric bloom lighting type thingamabobber. Just looks amazing. Just sucks, you know, all the Marines die before you really need them. Which, of course, would be this particular wave. Oh shit. Come on, don't die. Don't die now. Don't die now. Hey, turned around right in time to give me the assassination. Did something just say shit? Honestly, you don't blame them.
This is Pelican Echo 419. Anybody reading me? Repeat. Any UNSC personnel respond. Roger, Echo 419. This is Fire Team Charlie. We read you. Is that you, Fohammer? Roger, Fire Team Charlie. Good to hear from you. Fohammer, we need transportation to the command shuttle. I'm on my way.
Look, more lifeboats. They're coming in fast. If those lifeboats make it down, the Covenant are going to be right on top of them.
Fohammer, we need you to disengage your Warthog. The Master Chief and I are going to see if we can save some soldiers. Roger, Cortana. Okay, Charlie Team, Warthog deployed. Saddle up and give them hell. Roger, Fohammer. Stand by to evac survivors and transport them to safety. That's affirmative. Echo 419 staying on station. Fohammer out.
I think that's a good time to segue into a statement saying that this is probably among the best levels in the game. At the very least, because it's, you know, the part that's coming up outside of this
cave
tunnel.
is not a natural formation. Someone built it, so it must lead somewhere.
Really? Yeah.
They've hacked into the Covenant battle network. They're actually broadcasting tactical data on unencrypted channels. We should show them who they're dealing with. Master Chief, I'm going to use your suit's transcom system to monitor their chatter.
That's great. That's great. That's wonderful. Stop interrupting me. Right, so after this particular tunnel, the level opens up into something that's fairly non-linear. That's one of the greatest things about it. I honestly don't think any of the other Halo games, at least none of the ones that I've played, have really been, you know, haven't really had that sort of thing. A fairly non-linear level. ODST doesn't count because it's basically just a hub level with a couple very linear side missions. And, ah yeah, the light bridge part, that's what this is. Damn, missed it. Not like you need to worry about saving ammo in this game. You know, all things considered, you've got infinite turret gun. I'll let him handle this. I'll just gun everything down that's in my path. Gotta be efficient, you know? I don't think I got both of them this time. Oh, never mind, I did. Could have sworn he would have been far enough away. Come on, mouse. Wake up. Let's see if this lighting effect over here is as buggy as it was before. See, the lights affect the thing over there, but only if you look at it the perfect way. Doesn't even show up at all in a low field of view version. Maybe it's just an effect meant for the cutscene. It's buggy no matter either way. Also, I like how it shows up a flash of some earlier part in the game whenever you pull out the pistol scope and zoom in. I don't know if that's a bug connected to the field of view hack. Field of view hack. Remember the L. Or, I don't know. Okay, the Marine is still alive. Good. I'm worried that something back there might have killed him, but it looks like he took care of it. Oh yeah, that is way too zoomed in. Funnily enough, the default field of view... I actually kind of want to take a look over there. I don't think I did that on the Xbox playthrough, and I'd just like to see what this is. Because it kind of looks like a copy-paste of the other side of the bridge. Just ambiguous blue lights, and no, missing anything that would have shown the pathway up. Anyway, funnily enough, the field of view for this game, by default, is 70. A 70-degree horizontal field of view for a game that natively only supports 4:3 aspect ratio, be it on Xbox or in PC. So why exactly...
There's new traffic on the Covenant battle network. A lot more crew made it off the Autumn than I had predicted. The captain really gave them hell. If we can find Captain Keyes and the other survivors, we have a chance to coordinate an effective resistance.
Thank you for that. I mean, it really makes me wonder why, games like Call of Duty, more modern Halos, and whatnot, they're also on console. They're natively supporting widescreen. Why do they have a default field of view of 65? I mean, they're on stronger hardware. Hell, Call of Duty's even on the Quake 3 engine. Don't fool yourself. It's nothing but the Quake 3 engine with a few upgrades.